What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Activate Your Soul Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Claggette, and today I am painting my bathroom, one of the bathrooms in my home. Yeah, I'm always doing something, but I'm in the midst of a creative urge. I am definitely doing some batch recordings today. Earlier, I was walking my dog, and now I'm in the bathroom painting the walls. It looks atrocious right now, but it's going to be beautiful. Anyway, I was just still thinking about the energy centers and the idea of being consistent. And something that came up for me, one of the things that came up to me was being a non-sacral being. I am a non-sacral, and although I do have an active body, as far as movement and things like that, I was struggling with the idea of like showing up the same as everybody else. I want to let you know something. 70% of the population, a good bit of people, are sacral beings. That means that they have life force energy. They could go every day. They can show up with fully charged batteries and they can apply themselves all throughout the day. And, they're up, they go to sleep, they wake up rejuvenated and ready to rock and roll. And then the rest of us 30%ers, we may or may not have the energy to do it, right? But we're still expected by society to show the fuck up as if we did. And I'm here to tell you, give you permission, let you know that you do not have to do that shit. And you don't have to feel guilty about it either. Because God didn't design you with a fully defined sacral. So God is not expecting you to produce work like that or to even be that way. That is not your gift. That is not your area of expertise. And you are okay to put that shit down. Okay? So be mindful of how you're trying to show up. So if you are genuinely tired or you genuinely just, it is what it is, like you're not really trying to do that much that day. If you are a non-sacral being, 9 times out of 10, you're not fully charged. And so you should give yourself grace. You have permission to give yourself grace to fucking sit the fuck down. Okay? Sit the fuck down. And if you are like an active body, like me, that is a non-sacral, if all you got in you today is just for a damn walk with your dog, which to me is not an active walk, because they like stop and smell every damn thing and pee everywhere, so it's a very interrupted type of walk, but it's still I like to look at those walks as like my clarity walks. I got to combine some tasks that I kind of deem as mundane or not as exciting. I got to add something fun to that shit. So when I'm feeling like, okay, I need to get my dog out, but I need to entertain myself, I will listen to a podcast, listen to some music, or record if I have the creative urge to do so. But my point is, being a non-sacral person and an active body, just because I have that active body doesn't mean I'm ready to work, right? But I do need to do a little something. So on those days when I'm not fully charged, like my go battery is not fully charged, and all I got in me to do as far as any kind of movement, because my body does call for that, it is very correct for me to move, then I'm going to just walk my damn dog, all right? Or I'm going to get up and walk around the house or whatever. It's going to be something small, just enough to satisfy the call in my body to do something. But I may not, be going to Pilates, or I may not be doing strength training, or whatever the case is. It may not be all of that. And if you are a relaxed body and you are non-sacral, and you don't have the sacral energy in you to like walk or work out or even work, then give yourself permission to fucking sit the fuck down. It's correct for you. It's okay. It's okay. Charge your shit, right? And then work on making sure you don't burn yourself out, because us non-sacrals, because we don't have a defined energy flow, it's very easy for us to over fucking do it. Okay? A lot of times, even though we don't have the energy to withstand it, that don't mean that most of us is sitting the fuck down. That's what I'm telling you. You got permission to. We're doing the complete opposite. We are overworking, because when you don't have a defined energy consistently running in you, and on top of that, you live in a society that's requiring you to go, you are always pretty much over fucking doing it. You're pretty much always fucking overdoing it. And you're always fucking tired. And you need to stop. You need to stop. Figure out who you are, as far as non-sacral or sacral, and act accordingly. Okay? If you need to fucking sit down and recharge your battery so you can correctly move about the cabins, if you will, then you need to do that for yourself, because that is correct for you. And don't give a fuck about nobody shunning you or going, why you ain't working out? Why you ain't moving around? Or why you ain't doing this and doing it? Because nigga, I'm not like you. I'm not like you. And I'm okay with that. You do what's correct for you, right? If you need to move, you move, right? You do that, because like I said, I'm an active body. So I know when my body is calling me to move, I'm going to move. But I'm not going to tell you, you need to be moving. No, because I'm not you. But I will tell you this, tap into your shit, figure out who you are and how you're supposed to be moving. That way you can make adjustments in your life and align yourself accordingly. And that way you can, that way you can have grace, and you can accept yourself. Because I'll tell you, I'm around a lot of sacral people, and we're trying to figure out why I'm not running as fast as them or moving like they moving, and it's like, come on, and I'm like, I used to be like, all right, I'm gonna go, and I'm like, that's not sustainable. That ain't me, and I would be angry about that. And I'm a manifestor, so that is my sign. That is my sign that I am fucking out of alignment. When I get angry, I be angry. Like, why am I being pushed like this? What is the fucking deal? And then they get, and then when you around people like that, and you don't know any better, then you be all in your head like, damn, what's wrong with me? Why I can't be consistent? Why I can't keep up? Because you ain't supposed to. That's why. You're not supposed to be trying to run as fast as the next damn person. That ain't your mission. If you gotta walk. If you gotta sit the fuck down. Don't be hard on yourself. And when you allow yourself to shine and live how you're supposed to live, you're going to be fine, okay? You're not going to be sitting down forever. And I'm telling you this because I had to tell myself this. Like, you're going to get up again. Especially as a manifestor, I work in creative urges, okay? And that means that I go hard, fast, and quickly. How many times can you say fast? But I work fast. And so when I'm done with that urge, however long the urge lasts, I gotta rest. And I gotta give myself space and grace to fucking recharge, my dude. Like, I gotta recharge. And that would make me feel bad. Especially after I would do certain events and I would be speaking or whatever. I would, when I'm doing that, I'm using a lot of my energy, right? I'm using a lot of my energy, and I'm channeling, so it's like stuff is coming out and coming through me. But after the fact, I need to recharge, I need to recover. And it takes me some time to do that. And that's why, as far as my business, don't look for me every damn day. I'm doing my 100 video challenge, and that's going, as far as the back end goes, that might be a bunch of videos that I done recorded, and I'm rolling it out, but I'm going to get to my goal. But I'm saying, as far as running my business, I'm not running my business like no traditional business. I'm not a sacred being, nor do I like talking to people all throughout the fucking day. I'm not a reach out anytime. No, not me. Don't reach out any fucking time, because I'm not going to be responding to you like that. Again, I'm a manifestor. And I knew this before I even knew the classification. Like, I don't really like a whole bunch of correspondence. I don't really like a whole bunch of chatter and talking and phone calls. When you're in business, like customer service and that kind of, don't call me like that. Don't require so much back and forth, because I just don't. I like to spend most of my time creating things on the back end, researching. I'm a 5-1, so that means, as far as my profile, so I do like solving problems. I do like to research. I like to read. So it's a lot of interpersonal time or quiet time or behind the scenes work that I do love to do. And when I'm ready and I feel activated and I'm ready to come out, I come out. I will do speaking engagements, and I may have, some slots for one-on-one calls, because that means I have the capacity to hold space for you. But I'm not designing my business to where it's like a 24/7, I'm going to respond to everything that you submit me, and I'm going to be forever present, and I'm here, I'm going to show up every day. Not me. That is not how I'm designed. I do not thrive like that. I am not magnetic like that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So however you need to show up for yourself, or show up in your business, or be present, do that, because that is the correct way for you. Don't feel peer pressure. Don't feel like you got to be like the next person, because like I said, God did not design us all the same. And it's fucking-K. And have grace and understanding for people that don't have the same understanding as you. Just go, you know what? They don't know any better. They're trying to push me and do all this, but they don't know any better. I do. So I'm going to say no to that shit, and I'm going to do what's correct for me. And I advise you to do the same for you. You can take note, It's going to require you to really kind of do some self-reflection and be honest. But I was just thinking as I was saying that some of you, like it was for me, you didn't really realize that you was working out of alignment, though, because we've all been conditioned some way or another to be acting outside of our natural selves. We're not operating as our truest selves. And I think about natural living and seasonal living and things like that, and circadian rhythms, and a lot of us are not even, we're out of alignment. So and we're out of alignment. So it's like, how can you even know when you've been out of alignment so long? How do you even know what's correct for you? How do you even recognize that, right? So I think just from having that question is a starting point, is a starting point. And thankfully, there are tools available that at least tell you what your operating system is and what your correct way of being is. There are tools for that, right? Esoteric, tools like human design and astrology. Those are some awesome tools that will help you tap into, like, what is my natural state of being? Because I'm fucking like, I don't know, right? I don't fucking know. I'm just moving how I was taught to move. And that may not be correct for you. Trust. And after you read what you need to read with these tools and stuff, and you get the information, then you sit with that shit. You don't go, oh, okay, that's what it is. No, you have to contemplate and really look back and see, how is this true? Is this true for me? A lot of times it may resonate. Once you see it, you go, oh, yes, this is correct. Like it is for me, and just see how are you supposed to be operating, and take time to reflect on that. And that is how you're going to start your journey on course correction. Okay. And then you get with people that have tools like myself and others out there that you may resonate with, that can help you along the path. Any of my offerings are always going to be in the description box. And, subscribe to my email, because I will inform you. I may not be an everyday, I'm going to respond in 24 fucking hours, but I will let you know what's going on. I will inform you for fucking sure about what's going on, and when you can tap into me, you know what I'm saying? When I got something for you, and I try to, the intention of these podcast episodes, and these videos is me, sharing the wisdom with you, sharing this word with you, so that you can get some help, and so that you can tap into your shit. But yeah, I want you to know that not all of us got it in us to be doing it 24 motherfucking 7. And especially if you're a woman. We ain't men, man. We ain't men, man. We got a way that we need to show up energetically. And we need to honor that shit. Honor it. Be like the moon. Change. Go within. Go without. Take a fucking break. We ain't designed like no man to keep going. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. That's nothing to try to be like, I'm gonna push through that shit. You gonna show up and show the fuck out and be burnt the fuck out. So don't do that. Don't do that. You tap into your energy and you show up how you supposed to show up. Okay? And continue to activate your soul purpose for real. And that when I say activate your soul purpose, I mean everything that I've been talking about. Tapping into yourself, understanding your energetic makeup, understanding your gifts, tapping into your life's purpose, and activating it, meaning use it. Turn that shit on and use it and express it. And this whole 100 video challenge is activation, and it's a step on the path of expression and momentum, and a journey to understanding rhythm and flow and routines and how I want to show up. So you just activate that shit. This is us activating in real fucking time, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this bathroom, painting these walls. Y'all stay with your shit, okay? As far as activating yourself and your purpose, like I said before, check the description box for any materials that I have available. Get on my email list, subscribe to this podcast, and check back in because I'm going to keep it coming. Okay. I'm going to be here for the next 100 videos. I mean, you got 100 videos, you know what I'm saying? That's back to back. Okay. So tap into me, tap into you, and I will see you on the next episode. Y'all take care and peace and a bye-bye. Take care. Bye.